I'm Nate Waster,
And I'm embarrassed.
aka Seeper.
And today we have some awesome trailer breakdown. Unfortunately, we're not coordinated enough to be able to put the trailer in the video, so we're going to attempt to leave a link in the description. We might fail at that as well. But anyway, so breaking down, now we have a lot more information. Everything from the Revolution map pack has been confirmed, and then there's also one new thing, which is pretty awesome. So, we're going to start out with the multiplayer maps. First, we have Grind, which is on a skate park. This appears to be the most close quarters of the maps, and it introduces these curved edges. What the developer says is that, or like Dan something, he says that you're introducing these curved edges, and it appears to be kind of open for a small map, but some parts appear to be kind of close. So I'm not sure if it's going to be balanced or not. It looks like it could be a really fun map. Or, I think it's either really hit or miss with this map. It either could have, no cover, be hard to move around, or it could be something new and something that developers use from time on out. Next is Mirage. It looks to be in I think they say it's in the Gobi Desert, and it looks like the sand dunes look interesting, which could...
Not your pintos, whatever you called them last time.
Pagodas. No, they called it a house of worship. They weren't that official. They didn't want to be partial to the Buddhism. Still embarrassed. Anyways, so Mirage, we have,
It's been a long day at school, kids.
still embarrassed. Anyway, so in Mirage, there's these sand dunes over, and I think that could also provide other movement problems, or it could be fun. But it looks to be a fairly balanced map. Next, we have Hydro, and this map I have some concerns with, some likes of. So essentially, what happens on this map is in the middle, water just comes through and you die. Now, with Express, this didn't really turn out too well, and this appears to be a bigger portion of the map. So my prediction is that people are more than likely just going to sit on the other sides of the map and camp. And this might be one of the maps where B flag's never even taken until forever, unless it's hidden. I mean, I don't know. If it's hidden well, if it's useful, if the underway or wherever the water comes through is a very useful route, then this map will be good because there'll be some risk and some reward, which is always a good thing to have in a map. And then finally is Downhill, the first snow map of Black Ops 2, and apparently there are these ski lifts that can just flat out crash you and bang you in the head. And so, I don't know. I mean, there's really not much to tell. It looks like a fairly medium-sized map, along with Hydro. And those ski lifts could provide an interesting element, but I don't think that they're all that great. And now moving on to the zombies information from Nate Waster.
Okay, anyway, it's still me, Nate Waster, so hi. About Die Rise, sorry to cut you off in the middle of all that multiplayer information, but we just need to add some stuff in there, and I was getting a little impatient, but, Die Rise, it's taking place in China, on a bunch of cracked up skyscrapers. The way the developers put it is there are a bunch of sharp turns, everything gets bottlenecked together in some places, and you have open areas at some other places. There are also elevator shafts where you just fall and you will die, just like in the power place on Transit. If you fall into that lava pit, you're automatically down and you have to spectate.
I know from first-hand experience.
Yes, because I told him the wrong thing to do, and he jumps right into the lava pit. I was like, good job. But anyways, that's another thing that we might put into a gameplay or not. But, yeah, well, that's basically the zombies map, but they also implemented a new game mode for zombies, which everyone has been wanting. I just know it. Turned. You can now become the zombies. In this game type, there will be, I'm assuming you can play with a few people, and 4 people is what we're guessing, and one person at the beginning is randomly selected to be the ultimate survivor, where everyone else turns into a zombie, and if you down the other person, you become the ultimate survivor, and the other guy becomes a zombie. And I guess I'm not sure how everything's going to work because they haven't really explained that to us enough.
Yeah, we don't know how the scoring is going to be, but another thing to note is that apparently the zombies can see through walls, which is something. So you're not going to be able to hide from these zombies, and plus they're also playing it on Diner, so Diner might now be a survival map, or maybe it'll just be a turn map. So we don't know if turn might only be on survival or if it's going to be on the other maps as well.
Another thing with these new zombies, I think they're also gonna give us a porcupine, a new way to look at the maps, a new difficulty level with all these other like sharp turns and bottleneck areas inside the skyscraper. They also mentioned that there's also going to be a way where you could get spatially disoriented, where you won't know which way's up and which way is down with all the down things. And now here comes SEPA right back to give you more stuff on the multiplayer maps. SEPA, back to you.
Still embarrassed. Anyways, one other note about Die Rise is they compared it to an MC Escher painting, which has been thrown around so much. But anyways, essentially they're implementing puzzles into zombies maps, which I think is very interesting. You know, they kind of did that with buildables, you know, trying to find more of a scavenger hunt type thing. But implementing puzzles, you can definitely tell that they're trying to push the barriers of zombies. So now, in amazing multiplayer news, the Peacekeeper SMG is going to be in multiplayer instead of zombies, like some NIMBYs thought. They're like, oh, the Peacekeeper, it can't be multiplayer because of the name. Well, the Peacekeeper is actually a real gun, made by Germany, I'm pretty sure.
In other news about the Peacekeeper, like I mentioned before, SMG, OMG looks OP.
Word. Anyway, so apparently they're actually claiming that there's going to be a hybrid between an assault rifle and an SMG, which is interesting. I believe that Chris Smooth was the one who said that thing looks OP, but you know, my guess is that it's going to have more stopping power and more accuracy than most SMGs at a sacrifice for fire rate. So, you know, it might not be as good up close as most SMGs, but I have a feeling that it's going to be the best at long range, probably rivaling the MSMC. So anyways, this Revolution map pack looks amazing. Probably the best one that Treyarch's the best one ever been put out due to the variation within the map packs.
Most definitely.
I'm embarrassed, aka SEPA.
And I'm Nade Waster 36, and we be signing this thing off. See ya.